All right, ending our show is Aliya Brown. Give it up. Hello. Amazing. Give it up one more time for all the grads tonight. This is amazing. It always warms my heart to see how many folks come out for the grad shows, but I always feel a little bit uncomfortable performing on them because I feel like it's sort of like a birthday party situation where like we've all invited you under false pretenses and then we're like, sing happy birthday. You're loving it. That's just how I feel. How lucky are we to be doing this show right before a showing of Jaws? Anybody sticking around to see how that movie goes? I love SteelStacks so much. Please keep paying me money. But it does like have some like wacky like stages. So the movie theater is one of them. We also, like when things were coming back from the pandemic, we set up like a comedy club outside that was very fun to like chew your way through all the bugs. It was a fun time. But the weirdest stage that I've ever had the privilege to perform comedy at was a show that Glenn booked me on to tell jokes at a public pool.
Oh my God.
It was very fun. I arrived there was no sound system. So it was just a bunch of people who'd rather be at a picnic, sitting at picnic tables, talking to their friends, and then all of us being like,
Do you want to hear that time Glenn was a birthday clown?
$20, please. It's my favorite show I've ever done. I've been doing stand-up comedy professionally for about 7 years now, and I'm very lucky to get to do it. Thank you. And when I got my first big check, I did something amazingly stupid, but it felt really right within my soul. I bought a very expensive, but very professional kazoo. Yeah, I love that thing so much. I can only play hot cross buns, but I love that thing so much. It came with reeds. Did you guys know that's how kazoos worked? I love it so much, but I don't know how many of you in the crowd are also kazoo connoisseurs. So, a couple of us. I see you, Queen. So you might share the same grievance as me. Modern day kazoos are getting a little bit out of hand. They all look like vapes now. What the fuck? I don't need anybody mistaking me for someone being cool. I have a recital to prepare for that they are not invited to. I do love kazoos. If you want, I can show you it in the alley afterwards. I'll show you my kazoo, you show me yours. That's fun. Honk. My parents are very supportive of my comedy journey. My father is a stand-up comedian also. He used to take me into like bars and stuff when I was a kid because he's responsible. They knew that like they'd be having to pay for therapy someday, so like might as well make it worth it, right? Add a little bit of a story. But my parents are super supportive, they always have been. I have very progressive parents. I'm very blessed with that. Like anytime they've ever like spoke to me about the future that they envision for me, like a future spouse or something someday, they've always used like really gender neutral language, which I really appreciate. They're always saying stuff like, Aliya, we don't care who you end up with as long as they have a lot of money. As long as their family has tons of generational wealth, because we are not helping for that gay-ass wedding. We are not paying for that. They don't have the funds. No, but they're really supportive, and I love that for me. I love that for my parents. And I'll never have like that conflict of like, you know, trying to negotiate with very conservative parents. I'm very blessed for that, but where my life does kind of parallel is that I recently had to come out to my parents as someone who listens to country music. The tolerant left will listen to anything but country. I think it's funny, like, when people say that, they're like, oh, I love music, I'll listen to anything, except for country. But they can never name me their favorite rap artists. Feels a little, little counterproductive, a little performative there, my friends. Just a call out to the woke music listeners. I love the woke. Don't cancel me. No, I recently came out to my parents as somebody who listens to country music. It was really hard for them to hear, harder than them having to hear country music. And my mom's final straw was when I told her that I love Landslide by the Chicks much more than Landslide by Stevie Nicks. And that broke her heart. It broke her heart. I'm a monster. And my dad's last straw was when I told him I started watching Young Sheldon, which isn't country music, but they say y'all enough for him to hate me. Like, it's the bad country music of television. That's enough. I don't come from a very wealthy family. You know how there's like old money like the Rockefellers and new money like the Kardashians? We're no money, right in the middle there. And we're not famous for it either, which sucks because we do it so damn well. Like, we've been like steady in that middle class on a professional level. Thank you. And I was reflecting on that. I was feeling a little bit insecure because I'd love to have something awesome, preferably monetary, to like pass down to my future kids one day. Like these hypothetical children. I don't want them to end up incurring all of my real non-hypothetical debt that I'm currently carrying around. That would make me sad. I want better for them. And I was thinking about it, like, do I have anything awesome to pass down? And that's when it hit me. I may not be old money, but very fortunately, I am an old fat. Right? It's okay, Fins, you can laugh. I know that word too. No, I'm an old fat. So see, like, I'm fat like my father and his father before him. So I got grandfathered into the thickness, which is really beautiful. Thank you. I love that for me. I'm not one of those people who you'll ever like find saying those words like, I'm not fat, I'm fluffy, I'm chunky, I'm husky. No, those are quitters' words. Yep. Those are things you'll hear a new fat say. I don't know if we have new fats in the audience. We're nervous giggling like we do. New fats are people like, for instance, like quarantine was really hard on them. They gained like a couple 30 pounds hanging out in their house all day with their cats, right? And now they're shopping with me next to now they're shopping next to me at the Torrid, asking me if they're a 1 or a 2. You're a 3, bitch. Welcome to the club. At a certain point, you get fat enough, they just do away with the complicated numbers and you pick 1 through 5. It's easier that way. I guess what I'm trying to say is, new fats are weak. They will not survive the winter. I will because I'm properly insulated. Thank you. So I love being fat, it's great. But I'm also a reasonable person, so I have some qualms. Guess what? Fins, your fault. I don't like the way you people talk to me sometimes. It's rude. Like, for instance, I was walking down the street the other day, and a woman offered me weight loss advice. I know. But she called it methamphetamine. So, looks like candy, tastes like crime. That's what I learned. She was really persuasive, though. She told me, like, all the weight would just fall off. Like, it would be mostly from my teeth, but, like, it would just fall right out. A lot of it. It's really convincing. I am somebody who has OCD. Anybody else? OCDing? Awesome. Don't get in a car crash tonight. I know you've been thinking about how it's gonna happen. Me too. That's the scary part of OCD. It's constantly thinking me or someone I love is just impending death. Because I have OCD, I can't have a fun ringtone. Because I've convinced myself that every time my phone rings, it's somebody telling me someone I know is dead. and I can't really hear that news well if it's preceded by Mambo number 5. Like, oh no, they killed Monica and Rita. That's horrible. It's horrible. OCD is in the same like mental illness family with Tourette's and hoarding. So like some of those like bleed into my daily life. For instance, I listened to the song Roses by Outkast the other day. It got stuck in my head oh so intensely, but just the first line, do we all know it? Yep. Say it with me.
Caroline.
Right? Oh my God. So I was just walking throughout my whole day going, Caroline, over and over again, just trying to scratch that OCD itch of like, I need it to sound like him. And like, I genuinely can't help it. Like, I have to like stuff it back in my throat. So needless to say, I am the most annoying person at a Starbucks. Just there like, Caroline, no, your order's not ready. I'm just the worst. I'm just ill. The way that hoarding has touched my life has gotten a little bit better. I used to keep like every single thing my friends ever gave me in middle school, and I'd put it all on my wall like a little shrine to them, because if I didn't, they'd die, which is a regular thing for a 12-year-old to think. My favorite thing on my wall, like my ultimate prize, my trophy, was from the boy that I liked at school. He and I had worked on a project together, and he printed it out. And with this printing came the tester ink sheet. Oh my God. So sexy. I had to put it up on my wall, and I put it up like right above my bed. So that every night I could be like, oh, I love you, tester print sheet. Don't die. Go to bed like that was normal. But I found a workaround for this. If you guys also find yourself compulsively hoarding things in effort for your friends not to die, solved it for you. Take it all off your walls and put it in a little box, and then put that box in your closet, and now it's not a scary shrine to your friends, it's a keepsake box. And you're normal. You're just keeping memories from middle school, you regular little people. My main issue with all of this is that if I'm so good at holding on to trash, like the best at holding on to trash, why don't I have a boyfriend? Thank you. That's just a classic little men are trash joke. To leave you guys on, thank you so much. I'm Aliya Brown. I've had so much fun. If you had fun at the grad show, you want to do stand-up comedy too, we have lots of comedy classes coming up. I'm going to be teaching a 201, so if you're a past student, come at me. Okay, I love you all.